Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, More Mindful. So, welcome back you all. I just want to say welcome to those of you who are new to my channel and those of you who are returning subscribers. I seriously do appreciate you all taking interest in my content, whether it be for my lock videos or my mama videos. So, I thank you all for that. I sound a little congested or nasally because I have been dealing with some sinuses, bad sinus flare up, and yeah, it's just, it is what it is. But as of right now, I am sitting out in this beautiful hot sun. I like to come out early in the rising to try and catch the sun as it's pretty low, because as we know, we are situated, not super close to the equator, so the sun does get high up, but we don't always feel it in the way that I want to feel it. So anyway, I'm probably sweating a little bit, but to me that's a good thing. Whatever needs to be released will be released through. So anywho, I wanted to take this time as I'm sitting out to do a lock journey update. I want to say this is my 17-month lock journey update for you guys, and just some of the things that I've been kind of paying attention to. And I've never done this outside, so I'm hoping that it's not too bright that you all can't really capture the essence and the details of my locks. So for you guys who are new to my channel, I am a semi freeformer. I say semi simply because I started with a grid. I started with 2-strand twists, and with the 2-strand twists I did retwist them for about 3 to maybe 4 months or so, but after that I was pretty much hands off, or I'm sorry, even after that I was still kind of not retwisting but separating my locks, because I thought that's what I wanted. But me being a student and learning throughout this lock journey as well, throughout this process, I've kind of come into more freeformers, and it just motivated me to just let it do its thing, like let it just kind of form together as it chooses. Don't worry about I got a lot of salt in my hair, y'all. It's so funny. I still got salt grains all throughout my hair. I went to the water yesterday. I went to the ocean, took my son to the beach, and it's so funny. I was like, every time I just did this, my hair was just shaking out salt, like a salt shake. I was like, dang. Oh. I was like, whoa. But they say salt water is really beneficial to locks and to hair in general. So what was I just saying? Oh yeah, so I just decided to let my hair kind of do as it pleases, you know what I'm saying, and like lock together however it chooses. So once I started doing that, I felt more open and free to allow it to really bind together as it wanted to. Like, if you guys go back to some of my older videos, my like 5 and 6 month videos, that's when it really started binding together, and it happened so quickly. Of course, it didn't look like this right away. It was quite stringy at first, but you could see that based on just based on like lock journeys that I still kind of watch, or that I was watching, when I decided to just let my locks do as they please, you could tell that my locks were kind of going on that same process where they were binding together. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into it for y'all, show you guys. Again, it is bright, so I can barely see myself. I'm just kind of hoping that I get it in the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 locks right here. Definitely a lot of binding around the roots, but I'm sure as my locks mature that they're going to they're going to find their way and find their zone. Okay, so I have a lot of double-headed dragons, triple-headed dragons, some just pure thick locks. Like this one is just one lock that's just thick. And also, even though, you know, the front for me takes quite a while for the ends to blunt, as you can see, they're still very curly. It's blunting. My ends are blunting all over my head now. I'm gonna use this rubber band. I throw my hair up a lot, y'all. Especially because it's hot outside. And not even just that, because I do like my hair to be down because the sun is dyeing my hair, my tips. I do not know if y'all can see it, but it's really beautiful when I like look at it like this. I can see my tips are burning, or dying. I'm sorry, not burning from the sun, but dying. It's all sun dye, and I think that's really pretty. So let's see. More. As you can see, like I was saying, my ends are blunted pretty much throughout here. We'll turn around. Hopefully you guys can see this. So yeah, it's been nice. It's been nice. I really do throw my hair up a lot. I don't usually throw up those many locks, but I throw it up a lot. And I love when I take it down and it's just wild and free like this. Just because I think it's really beautiful. Sweating. It's all good. Yeah, the sun is definitely dyeing my locks. And I think that it's crazy because I remember when I was younger, I had a very reddish brown tint to my hair. And after, you know, you go through your motions when you get into wanting to rinse or dye your hair yourself, and you want to, you know, whatever. When you go through those like motions, I just remember coming into a point where I was like, dang, I wish I could go back to that reddish brown. You know, that natural sun-kissed like color, you know what I mean? It was so beautiful. And I never really found that I went back to that. I think that my hair was just so chemically processed. And even after I went natural, I was still using so many damn hair products. You know, you become a hair product junkie. You be trying to do everything, even if it's something natural, but like natural concoctions, like all kinds of stuff that I would just try, that I would find on YouTube, and try to condition my hair and stuff like that. I wasn't super like pressed about it being all the way curly, but you know, I wanted my curls to pop here and there, so I would do a lot of things, but eventually it just became afros for me. Eventually I just let it go. I stopped worrying about doing the most with my hair, and that's why I love locks, because you ain't got to do the most, you know. I mean, you can, obviously, you guys know it's plenty of locks that you see where you could do a lot with it, but I'm not into that. Just me personally, that's not my journey, that's not me. But I don't knock it. I think it's beautiful. Creating is beautiful regardless. So anywho, in my last video I was telling you guys that I had pieces that were just like, you know, but they're really taking shape. Like, I think it just goes through its own journey where these pieces like this, these thick pieces, these chunks, they're getting thicker, binding together in a more synchronized way, and they just kind of come together. So this is usually what my hair looks like. Sometimes it's a little more, you know, but I again like it when it's just whatever, like that. My ends blunting. I'm trying to think what else. Okay, of course I got gray. And it's doing well. I mean, one of the things I will say is that I don't know if it's because it's summertime and I'm always like out here during the rising in the sun, but my locks have definitely, because yeah, I want to say it's probably a little bit of the sun, because the sun does dye your hair. And I know like that, I hate to say this, but like that dirty brown color, I would always get that since I was a child. My hair would turn that way in the summer, almost like the same like tone as my skin. And so I think it's beautiful now. But it's with my locks, you know, depending on the lighting that I'm in or under, I will kind of feel like they look a little dusty, just a little bit. So I started to wash my locks a lot more. I do use black soap to wash my body and to wash my locks at the same time. I want to say sometimes I just go with how I feel. Like, it just depends on how it feels. If I feel like I've been sweating a lot or whatever, then I'll go ahead and wash, you know, once a week. But sometimes it's once every 2 weeks. So it really just depends, y'all. I don't discriminate when it comes to wash locking when it comes to washing my locks or lock washing. I don't discriminate. I don't say that it has to be like this. I just go with the flow, because you might do something like I did yesterday, hit the beach, hit the ocean, hop in the water and get salt all in your hair and just feel like you want to wash it out, you know, or wash some of it out. But yeah, so that's what's going on, y'all. Even now, like in this hot sun, in this heavy sun, I feel like it's still very frizzy. It still looks very frizzy, but it's really coming together. Like the frizz that I had during the 5, 6, 7, 8 months and all of that, it's still prevalent, but it's, I don't know, like I'm seeing my locks really come into their own and mature in a way that's so beautiful to me. So I appreciate it. I appreciate the frizz. I know it serves its purpose, and if you're on your lock journey, just know that it serves its purpose. It is what it is, and depending on your personality and depending on like your nature, I would say just learn to love it and just learn to let it be. I've always heard stories that people will be like, but what do I do about the frizz? You know what I mean? But like, again, it just depends on you. You do what you feel best, but I would just learn to love it, you know what I mean? Because it serves a purpose. Like, our hair does exactly what it's supposed to do, and that's what I love about freeforming, because you're watching it happen. I almost wish I had freeform from the get-go, like from the very start, because that would have been dope as fuck. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna try and do a 360. I'm sitting on concrete, so it's a little hard, but hopefully you guys can get it. You can see my edges. Been trying to grow my brows back. Still got salt kind of coming out, salt crystals all up in my hair. But again, it's all good. So let me see if I can do this. Okay, this might be a little slow. Okay, yeah, y'all. I guess just for like little detail purposes, I got these 3, and then this one lock that was hanging in my face. If y'all remember, it was like that one lock like that, but now it's coming into this lock. I had made 3 baby locks. They are pretty much gone. Occasionally I see like the end, the curly end of one of them, right here. That's the baby lock, one of them. The other ones have pretty much merged. And again, this is why I love locks, because I'm not doing anything to make this happen. I'm just allowing it to happen, and it's happening. Like, it's changing so much, and that's how you know that the process of the lock journey really is a thing of longevity. It really is a thing of process, you know? Because it's just doing it. Like, my locks, I think my locks are starting to really look like locks now. Like, people don't be like, oh, what's that, what you got going on, you know what I mean? Sometimes they do, but most people know that I'm locking my hair. Most people know that my hair is locked in free form. But like this piece, I didn't know what was going to happen with this piece. So the fact that it started merging into this bigger lock, it's so beautiful to me, because it's going to be one chunky lock, and I'm just like, wow, like it might even have this, you know, but it's going to continue to grow out. And I think that's really nice, because once again, it just shows that no matter what stage you're in, when you start a lock journey, you can bet assured that your locks are going to continue to change. So yeah, y'all, that's it really. I don't really have any more to share with you guys, but I do appreciate you all coming in and checking out this video. I really hope that it's a good quality video, being as though I am out in this beautiful sun. So yeah, y'all, that's all for, I want to say 17 months, could be 18, I don't know, I'm gonna check. But yes, I appreciate you all for stopping by to my channel. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will come at you guys again. Oh, and let me just throw out there that if you haven't checked out my Costa Rica vlog, beautiful experience in Puerto Jimenez video, please do. I give some updates that I am moving there with my family. We are going there and I'm super excited, and I just wanted to add that being in Costa Rica was some real stuff because I was in the jungle, okay? And being in the jungle, my little skin my legs, y'all, I don't know what it was, but like, the jungle will strip you dry. It'll strip you of everything you thought was this or that. I thought my legs were nice and moisturized and all of that stuff, y'all. I got on the jungle in one day, the bottom of my legs were turning white, like just to the touch white. You know how you take a long shower or use some kind of drying soap and you get out and your legs are like really dry looking? That's how my legs were looking, like really dry. And I was like, whoa. So one of the girls was like, yeah, like the jungle gonna strip you all the way naked. Like whatever you thought you was doing, you know, when you was in the States, whatever you thought you was doing, it's gonna strip you dry because the air is a little less polluted out here. You got a lot more trees, it's a lot more natural, and it's moisture in the air. It's a lot of moisture because it rains often in the tropics. So I can't wait to see what it does to my body, my skin, and I cannot wait to see what it does to my locks. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to share that with you guys. So I look forward to seeing y'all in my future lock updates. I want to say October-ish or November-ish. I should probably be updating you guys from Costa Rica. And yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you again for stopping by. Peace and love.